So unfortunately, my mentor was unable to come today, virtually or otherwise. But her name is Gittie at last. She works at Reed Media, works in web development there. She's from Lakewood, New Jersey. And her hobbies include playing drums and painting, and she was an amazing mentor for me. So my project is called Hands On. It is a translator which translates American Sign Language, or ASL, into English text. So why did I choose this project? In the beginning of the year, SK had a program where they had kids who had special needs come to SK to hang out with the students there. One of the kids who came was deaf and spoke sign language. She was speaking with some of my friends who spoke sign language, but when she tried to talk to me, I couldn't really communicate with her because I don't speak sign language. So it was very disappointing for both of us, and I just thought it would be very cool if there was some kind of technology which could translate sign language into English so that deaf people could communicate with those who don't speak sign language. So once I started Magic, I thought this would be a good project because it could help a lot of deaf people, and it would teach me a lot about coding since I came in not really knowing anything about coding. Topic and technology I learned included HTML and CSS, which I used for my informational website that I created about my translator. I used GitHub to launch this web page, and I used machine learning and a terminal and a data set, and TensorFlow, which is machine learning, and OpenCV was helped with image classifying so my translator could translate ASL into English. So this is actually my terminal. Here I'm just using it to get my code onto GitHub, which I use to launch my web page. So for my project, I've created my informational homepage for my translator. And I also created a basic translator which translates the sign language alphabet into English. In the future, I'm hoping to connect my translator to the web page so that it can be opened from my web page. And I'm also hoping to improve my translator a little bit so it becomes more accurate. So this is the code for my web page. Here you can actually, it's a little bit hard to see, but here I began trying to connect my translator to my home page. So a few highlights of my magical experience have been learning to see how things on my computer really work. So for example, if I see something on a website that I would like to duplicate in a project of mine, I could just see how the front end coding of it works so that I can use that in one of my websites. Another highlight was getting to use everything I learned to create different parts of my website. So I was actually able to put anything I came up with into my website, which was pretty cool. Some of the lessons I learned were, a very important lesson I learned was that you never really have to start completely from scratch when making a coding project, because a lot has already been created. What's really important is being able to use logic to understand the code and piece it together to make your own project. And another lesson I learned was learn how to think out of the box, because sometimes when you have a bug in your project, you can spend a very long time trying to fix one specific part of your project that could actually not be where the bug is. So you have to be able to really think of every part of your project and where the bug can be. So my demo. I've used CSS and HTML to code my information web page, which I launched using GitHub. This page has some information about the translator and how it works and what it's for. I also created my actual translator for American Sign Language to English text. So when using this translator, users speak sign language with hand motions into a little rectangle that appears on screen, and then the translator, using images, algorithms, and Python, translates the American Sign Language into English text on the screen. Through machine learning and TensorFlow, which is a machine learning library, my translator will get better the more it is used. That's just some sign language letters. And that's my informational homepage. Thanks for listening.